There are numerous factors that make a good, confident speaker.
That's correct.
Sometimes we find ourselves focusing on one particular facet in the hope that that will solve all of our confidence problems.
Shut up!
The reality of confident speaking is very, very different. It's a holistic, full-bodied experience. You can't just simply work on the voice alone. Yes, the voice is a very important factor when considering how we speak and communicate, but it's not the only factor. And if the voice is tied to an under-energized or inactive body, this can lead the audience feeling rather perplexed. My name is Joshua and I'm the British Confidence Coach. In these videos, I focus on topical and actionable tips that will help you improve your confidence in public speaking. If you do find your voice becoming more and more confident after watching this video, then do give me your most extroverted yoo-hoo in the comments below. That would be much obliged. Anyway, back to the video now. Let's break this down into 3 simple steps. Number 1, vocal production. Number 2, a confident and open body language. And number 3, PMA, a positive mental attitude. The intonation and strength of your voice says a lot about how you want to interact with someone. Introverted or agreeable people find it much more difficult to speak with authority, but that doesn't mean that it's impossible. Everyone has a voice inside them and the biological capability to use that voice as a source of strength.
Tough guy.
However, for introverts, this can just feel rather awkward and uncomfortable. So let's look at an example. A screaming baby, perhaps. It cries from morning to night. What's really impressive about this is the sheer volume that the baby can make. It demands to be heard, we pay attention, and it's very, very difficult to ignore. Now, I'm not saying that you should go around the local town centre screaming like a baby, but there is something to be taken away from this. We all have these natural abilities to produce sounds within our voice. No matter where you're from or what you do, these are human instincts, primal instincts that we all have within us. Swiftly moving on to point number 2, and this discusses body language. Now, body language can say a lot about how we want to come across to a particular person and how we value ourselves. Sometimes we see folks that are walking into a room and we can instantly see that they're not feeling completely comfortable in that environment. Perhaps they have a closed off body language, so a good one is the hand on the wrist, clinging to yourself and drawing your body language into yourself rather than drawing it out. Another classic example is using your eye contact, so eye level to the floor, often says that I'm uncomfortable in this situation, I don't want to be here, let's get this over as quickly as possible. The feeling of awkwardness and nervousness can sometimes disarm you and stop you achieving the things that you want to achieve. Unfortunately, in this video, I'm not able to help you instantly become confident.
Oh, darn.
It takes time. Through practice and consistency, you can overcome this behavior. That's the good news. In a high-pressured situation, you have a choice. Either you choose to draw into your anxiety, find comfort in drawing into yourself, or you can choose to draw out, keep an open body language, and accept whatever comes your way, even if it feels awkward or uncomfortable. Do remember that points 1 and 2 complement each other greatly. Have you ever seen someone that speaks with great clarity and precision and intelligence, but their body language is completely cut off? I remember going once to a lecture, listening to someone that was so intelligent, saying wonderful things, but their body language was so obscure that the audience wasn't going with them to where they wanted to go, and it became actually quite a boring and mundane lecture. Well, it can work the other way around too. If you have someone with an extremely present body language, open posture, but that you lose an ability to understand where that person wants to take you, what they want to say, and what they want you to understand. The holistic approach to confident speaking should draw upon all parts of your body. Your body is your friend when you're speaking to people. Find a confident person walking down the street and make some notes. See how they carry themselves, how they interact with different people, and what that makes you feel. And point number 3 is a PMA, a positive mental attitude. Now, this is a really interesting one, because if we get to a point with our confident speaking where we've got an open body language, we've got good intonation, good pronunciation, everything's going well, then people can perceive that you are confident.
Gosh!
But if you're lacking a positive mental attitude, then this is probably the biggest barrier in making yourself feel that you are confident. Sometimes we're surprised when we walk on the stage, we see people that are confident and ready to be there. But we speak to them afterwards and they say, oh, it was a bag of nerves. I was so nervous. And it comes as a great shock, because what we see as an audience is someone that's extremely confident. So they've got those speaking skills, or they've got those musicianship skills, and they've got a great body language that says, I love to be here, I'm ready to be here. But in their own mind, they're nervous. They're not feeling so comfortable. And that's why number 3 is very, very important. So you need to come to a sense of peace and a sense of contentment that you know by achieving these physical qualities that you are indeed a confident person. If you feel like you're not confident and you're constantly reaffirming to yourself that I suck, I'm not confident, I'm too shy to be here, I don't have the right attributes to take on this job, then you are going to believe those things. So the physical things can be a really helpful thing for you to practice, because they are physical attributes. You can work on posture. How do I carry myself? Great. But with the mental side of things, if you're thinking or reaffirming to yourself, I don't deserve to be here, you have to catch yourself every time and say, no, I'm working on this, I have purpose, I deserve to be here. It's also important to say that being an introverted person isn't a bad thing. The world would be a very dull place if everyone acted in the same way. I like to think about it as producing an extension of myself. So if I were to walk on stage in the same way that I walk to the fridge to get a midnight snack, yum yum, then that wouldn't be very convincing, would it? Maybe I'd stumble over to the fridge and open the door and have half closed eyes. It's not realistic, is it? So the fact is, we do need an extra bit of oomph to go into a more extroverted situation. And that's not to say that your introverted personal skills are a bad thing. It just means that you need an extra bit of presence when you are going into these more extroverted activities. Do you want to take those nervous and uncomfortable feelings and harness them? Use them as fuel to propel you into something more positive and better. That's what I do. Yes, as an introvert, I'm still an introvert, and I need this energy balance. I can't go out being extroverted all of the time and saying this, that, no. But I can have moments in my life where I say, I'm going to be more extroverted now, and I'm going to give you this energy. It's possible for you too. So go away from this video remembering 3 things about your vocal production, the way you carry yourself and your body language, and 3 PMA, positive mental attitude. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I realise I haven't been able to discuss all of the things that I would have liked to. If you are interested in meeting one-on-one to have a coaching, then do get in touch. It will be a pleasure to hear from you. Press that subscribe button with confidence and eagerness. Press the like button to show your appreciation, and I look forward to seeing you for future videos. Bye now.